Welcome to the Digimaster training video series, helping you get to know your Digimaster DVR. Today we're set up in the GANS demo room with a 16-channel Digimaster DVR, 16 high-res GANS cameras, and a GANS monitor. As we show you the menus and functions of the Digimaster in this video, you can follow along using our front panel simulator. As buttons are pressed on the front panel of the DVR, you'll see them light up on the front panel simulator so you can see what we're doing. If you're using the handheld IR remote controller, most of the front panel buttons you see here on the simulator will also be found on the remote. Whether you're using the front panel, the handheld IR remote, USB mouse, or the 4-channel version of the Digimaster DVR, you can find diagrams of all the buttons and menus in the user's manual. Now let's get started by pressing the power button on the front panel of your Digimaster DVR. When the DVR first starts, you'll be seeing the Power On self-test. This is where the system detects all the drives that are installed in the DVR system. When the Power On self-test is completed, the system will show you very quickly the drive detection results. You can restart the DVR if you missed it, but for the purposes of this video, we'll slow it down for you and show you the details. This screen can help you to diagnose hard drive errors by making sure that all of your drives have been properly detected by the system and in the correct order. Any new hard drives that have been added to the DVR system will also be detected, and the operating system will prompt you to format these new disks. Here is the initial system login prompt. This is where we log on with our admin password for the first time. Use the channel buttons to key in the digits of your password. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then press the Enter button, which is in the center of the arrow keys. Or you can plug in a USB mouse into the port on the front panel of the DVR and a mouse cursor will appear on the screen. Double-click on the password field to use the virtual keyboard. Use the virtual keyboard to key in the digits of the password, and then click on the return key. Then click OK. We're now looking at live view mode on your main monitor. You can see all of our 16 channels, camera titles, recording and event icons, and a status bar at the bottom of the screen. The status bar has icons which will indicate network status, the current date and time, and the percentage of hard drive space which has already been filled. Let's take a closer look at each channel and the recording and event icons. A red recording icon indicates that the channel is being recorded. A green recording icon indicates that the channel is in standby and is waiting for a motion or an alarm event to occur. The C stands for continuous recording. An M icon would stand for motion, and the A icon indicates recording that's based on an alarm activation. As an exercise, let's use the mouse control to turn off the status bar. You might do this if the status bar is obstructing your view of the bottom 4 channels. You can right-click anywhere on the screen to access the Setup menu. From here you can choose System Setup, Record menu, or Archiving. In this case, we would want the System Setup menu. The system will ask us to log in again, and we'll use the virtual keyboard, just like we did a few moments ago. Now you're looking at the System Setup menu. You can use the mouse to select any of the menu categories. To turn off the status bar, we would need the Display menu. Each menu category will have subcategories, but in this case we're just looking for the status bar setting, which is under the OSD section of the Display menu, which is already shown here. To change a setting, left-click on the field, and then click the arrow keys to modify the setting. You can click the Apply button to save your changes. You can use the X buttons at the top right of each window to exit back out of the menu system, similar to what you're used to seeing in Windows. The system may ask you to wait for a moment while it saves the changes. Now let's try another exercise. Using the front panel, let's go into the Sound menu and disable the key press beep. The key press beep is that beeping sound you hear whenever you press a button on the front panel. Press the Setup button on the front panel to access the Setup menu. Once again, we'll choose System Setup by pressing the Enter key. Like we did earlier, we're using the channel buttons to enter our admin password, followed by the Enter key. You can use the up and down arrow keys to navigate the menu system. In this case, we press the down arrow key twice to go to the Sound menu, and then press the Enter key. Now use the down arrow key to go to the buzzer section of the Sound menu, and then press the Enter key. You will see a green cursor square around the keypad field. We want to turn this setting off. Press Enter to select the keypad field. Now use the up or down arrow key to change the setting from on to off. Press Enter again and then use the arrow keys to cursor down to the Apply button. Press Enter one more time to click the Apply button. Now you can press the Cancel button to step back out of the menu. Use it multiple times to back all the way out to Live View mode. Notice that the Enter button moves you one level deeper into the menu, and Cancel will back you out one level. When you use these two buttons along with your arrow keys to navigate through the menu system, you can't get lost. Well, that's all for part 1 of the Digimaster training video series. Later on in the series, we'll take on some of the more advanced features of the Digimaster and walk you through all aspects of configuring the DVR system. Until then, keep your Digimaster on.